Inside Billionaire Life of Kim Jong-un isn't just a headline. It's the kind of phrase that instantly sparks curiosity, shock, and disbelief. How can the leader of one of the world's most secretive nations live like a billionaire, while his country struggles under sanctions, poverty, and hunger? And yet, hidden behind armored walls, private islands, and a lifestyle designed to rival royalty, Kim Jong-un has crafted a world of unimaginable luxury, secrecy, and scandal. This is the story of power wrapped in silk sheets, palaces drenched in imported cognac, and a life that feels more like a billionaire celebrity fantasy than the reality of a dictator. The story begins with his childhood, a boy born not just into privilege, but into absolute control. While most children in North Korea were taught loyalty songs and stood in ration lines, Kim Jong-un was playing with mini yachts and imported toys shipped from Europe. His family treated wealth not as money, but as proof of divine right. Imagine palaces stretching across pristine lakes, private ski resorts in the middle of poverty-stricken mountains, and an endless supply of rare wines while citizens struggled with rice. From the very start, his life was curated as if he were the star of an exclusive, untouchable dynasty. Inside Billionaire Life of Kim Jong-un, the boy was always destined to be king. When he was sent to Switzerland under a fake identity, the luxury only deepened. Reports say young Kim wore designer sneakers, obsessed over expensive watches, and binged on Western culture. Michael Jordan posters on his wall, NBA games on his TV. His classmates remembered him as the boy who loved expensive cars even as a teenager. He devoured Hollywood blockbusters and developed a taste for the billionaire lifestyle long before he inherited his father's throne. The secrecy around him was thick, but his desires were clear. Wealth, power, and the image of a global superstar hidden behind dictatorship walls. After taking power, Kim Jong-un expanded his empire of luxury. Think about it, personal yachts larger than most hotels, private beaches that rivaled the Maldives, and a private island reportedly described by Dennis Rodman as like Hawaii or Ibiza. But Kim, he built entire compounds just for pleasure, with fountains, mansions, and underground tunnels leading to secret parties. He imported fleets of Mercedes and Rolls-Royces, despite sanctions that supposedly banned them. Cameras may never capture the full scope, but insiders whisper that his garages look like billionaire showrooms, filled with customized vehicles and bulletproof rides. For a man who wants to appear untouchable, image is everything. And the food. Kim Jong-un is said to dine like a monarch of old Europe. Private chefs prepare rare delicacies, Japanese Kobe beef flown in by jet, French wines worth thousands per bottle, and seafood sourced from the most exotic waters on Earth. His love for Swiss cheese is legendary, and he reportedly consumes it in quantities that stunned even his inner circle. This isn't just eating. It's a billionaire performance, a daily show of power and wealth meant to remind everyone that he lives on another level entirely. Inside Billionaire Life of Kim Jong-un, every dinner is a coronation, every drink a declaration. But luxury without entertainment would feel hollow. That's why Kim surrounds himself with a pleasure squad, a rumored group of performers, dancers, and entertainers carefully selected to satisfy his every whim. It's part tabloid gossip, part disturbing truth, whispered by defectors and intelligence officers alike. Behind closed doors, his nights echo with music, dancing, and lavish feasts. Celebrities from the outside world occasionally cross into this hidden kingdom. Dennis Rodman became one of his most famous friends, posting selfies and praising the surreal world he found. The internet turned these encounters into memes, but behind the laughs was a chilling reality. This is a man blending billionaire celebrity culture with absolute political power. What makes this even more shocking is the contrast. While Kim Jong-un swims in champagne, his people are cut off from the world. Internet, forbidden. Foreign travel, impossible. Food shortages, commonplace. This is what gives his billionaire life its darkest edge. It isn't earned wealth, it's hoarded power. In global media, his image has turned almost cinematic. One part Bond villain, one part pop culture meme. The reality is more unsettling. Inside billionaire life of Kim Jong-un, the wealth isn't just luxury. It's a weapon, a shield that keeps him untouchable while the world questions, mocks, and fears him. And yet, even in this insulated life, cracks appear. Luxury brings envy, power breeds betrayal. Rumors swirl about generals executed for crossing him, close allies vanishing overnight, even family members purged when their loyalty faltered. One moment, you're sipping rare cognac in his palace. The next, you disappear from photographs forever. The billionaire life is not just about indulgence. It's about survival in a palace built on paranoia. Every Rolls-Royce ride, every private feast, carries the weight of suspicion. Social media memes may joke about his love for basketball, but behind those jokes are real stories of brutality wrapped in velvet. Still, the spectacle continues. His ski resort, built while citizens could barely afford food, stands as a monument to this billionaire obsession. Imagine imported snow machines, luxury chalets, high-end lifts, all designed so Kim could live out his alpine fantasies without ever leaving North Korea. He even built an amusement park with imported rides, not for the people, but as another symbol of his untouchable lifestyle. For him, ruling a country is less about governance and more about curating a billionaire dream world. Inside billionaire life of Kim Jong-un is a phrase that fits perfectly here in the middle, because this story feels like a script written for a Netflix series, lavish, dangerous, and soaked in contradiction. His life mirrors both the monarchies of old Europe and the modern celebrity elite. He craves the recognition of a star while enforcing the fear of a tyrant. The duality is magnetic. The man who eats truffles by candlelight is the same man who threatens nuclear fire. For the outside world, it's impossible to look away. The internet plays a strange role in all this. Kim is rarely seen, yet every rare appearance, whether riding a white horse across snow-covered mountains or touring a missile facility in leather gloves, instantly goes viral. Memes explode, late-night shows parody him, and TikTok edits turn his appearances into trending clips. In a way, Kim Jong-un has become an unwilling influencer, his billionaire life dissected and reimagined by millions online. But unlike influencers, his luxury isn't for likes, it's for control, intimidation, and projection. He doesn't sell products, he sells fear wrapped in silk. His family legacy adds another layer of drama. He walks the halls of mansions built by his father and grandfather, haunted by the ghosts of a dynasty obsessed with godlike power. His choices, every yacht purchased, every palace renovated, are attempts to outshine the past. It's not just wealth, it's competition with history itself. His siblings and relatives, some favored, others executed or exiled, form a backdrop of betrayal that makes even royal dramas like Game of Thrones feel tame. Inside billionaire life of Kim Jong-un, betrayal isn't fiction, it's a daily reality. And yet he still craves legitimacy. The private jets, the luxury watches, the endless wine cellars, all of it is designed not only for pleasure but for status. He wants the world to see him as not just a dictator but as a global billionaire power player, a man who can rival princes and tech tycoons. He stages summits in luxury hotels, shakes hands with presidents, and ensures his image is always framed with grandeur. He lives like a billionaire because in his mind, that is the only way to be seen as equal to the elites he envies and despises. The irony is staggering. For decades, North Korean propaganda has painted the country as pure, strong, and resistant to Western corruption. And yet, at the heart of its leadership is a man living the ultimate Western billionaire fantasy. Imported cars, designer goods, Hollywood films, global sports. His life is stitched together from the very culture he publicly condemns. It's a contradiction so bold, it feels unreal. But that's the essence of his story. The dictator who lives like a billionaire influencer, untouchable, unrelatable, and unforgettable.